Aloha, Mark J., world's laziest networker, not coming to you from Kauai. I'm here in frigid Plum Island, Massachusetts. We came back to check out the Super Bowl with a bunch of friends of ours. We're all getting together for the game, but that's not why you're looking at this. It's about duplication and the problem that I've written about up there. Here's the deal. In the last 15 years, network marketing companies have made a major mistake. They've turned all the training over to the leaders. Companies don't supply training anymore. Leaders come in, they set up websites, replicated sites, team training sites, and all that. Now, that's not a good or a bad thing, but we all know the business requires some education or some learning. And since nature abhors a vacuum, basically what happens is the leaders, rightfully so, have stepped up, but they've made a major mistake. Let me tell you something about human nature. A lot of surveys we ran, and some psychologists and some sociologists we asked to look at our business. This is what they taught us. It's human nature, and you've done this when you've joined a church or a Elks Club or the Lions Club. What's the first thing that you do when you join? You probably don't even realize it, but the first meeting you go to, you look at what? How other people are behaving, and you copy their behavior so that you can gain acceptance into the group. That's standard procedure for all people. We all have this incredible compulsion. Oh, a friend of mine driving a Rover all have this uncontrollable compulsion to gain acceptance. So what? So that we can have a voice in the group. Well, if that's the case, how come we don't have duplication? Well, this isn't a criticism of leaders, but leaders have forgotten collectively the objective they're trying to accomplish. What are they trying to accomplish? They're trying to accomplish duplication. You go to a major event and maybe 10 people get up on stage and speak. They all carry the same message, don't they? Duplication. But every single one of them is doing it slightly different. Why don't people copy the group behavior? Because leaders don't look like they're a group. It's 10 different people doing things 10 different ways. And what the clinical psychologists and the sociologists taught us, once they looked at our surveys, we actually had them come to several different meetings, they all taught us the same thing. The reason that you're not getting that effect, that's human nature, of copying behavior, and remember that duplication is just a 4-syllable word for copy, the reason you're not getting it is simple: conflicting information. So Harry says, write your goals down, make a list, contact people, get them to me. Jack says, make a list, call the people up with me, and I'll invite them to look at the meeting. Francine says, you've got to have a why before you do anything. So everybody in the audience just sits there and they don't know what to do. So here's the problem. The companies have turned the training over to the leaders, and the leaders are trying too hard to develop a perfect system rather than working together to come up with one system. That's the problem. Now, we've put a skill down there of how to get duplication individually. Tomorrow, I'll show you what myself, the fabulous Davey and my wife, and our groups have done to combat this problem of conflicting information. Remember, people will intuitively copy the behavior of a group to gain acceptance, but if they're seeing 10 different things from 10 different leaders, they sit there and they don't do very much at all. We'll give you a solution tomorrow. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Hope you liked it. I loved it. Peace be the journey.